Right, there we go. Are we on? I hope we're on. My camera does not look right. 1 minute. Let me just mess with the lights. Why have we got 20 of you waiting in here already? Right, does that look any better? Let me see. Oh. Alright, let's see. That looks a lot better. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to Send It's Weather Channel. Today we're going to be going through all of the data to see where we might see, possibly, some significant snow. There we go. So, how's everyone doing? Sorry, I've just got this as the backdrop, just to make sure everything was working. Whoopsie daisies, that's just played really loudly through my ear. Apologies about that. Let me turn that down. So, let's see, then we've got 26 of you in here with 11 likes on stream. Thank you all so much for joining. We'll get the charts pulled up here, if I can just organise that. So let's say, there we go. Right, let me pull up the chat so I can read your nice messages. Pop out the chat and we'll get on with things in a moment. Now I will say that things are looking quite interesting. Things have developed and things have changed. So obviously a lot of you have been talking about amongst themselves. Kyle saying about 7 PM to 3 AM snow will be in Brum. I do think that is possible. Freezing rain is definitely a possibility, I will note. Lernar's in the chat, hello. Steffi, Ashton, Chris, Katrine, Kyle, streamers moving inland. I still think that is a possibility. But the last time I went icy, my cat ended up slipping down the drive. Oh, I'm happy to hear that he was alright. Falling after that. Yeah, definitely they can cause things. Hi Chris, how you doing? Hazel in the chat, Paul, James, Menzie, Ashton, Nico, Growls in the chat. Hello everyone. Well, have I got a stream for you today? So we'll have a look at all the latest data from all the models. If you are new around here, don't like to say it too much, but just like to drop in at the start. If any of you are new around here, then please make sure to drop us a like and subscribe to the channel. It all works for helping out the channel grow. And as always, we're just trying to build a little weather community. I'm 17, and this is something that I enjoy doing and presenting to you all. So should we just get straight on with it and stop enduring my waffling? So we'll have a look at the overall pattern. We'll have a look at the GFS because the GFS is the main model I like to use. Got 40 of you in here. So we'll have a look at the overall pattern and I'll show you what the issue is. So through Friday it looks quite dry and quite cold as well. Into Saturday, Saturday into Sunday, this low is causing a lot of issues because on the northern edge, wherever it sits, is the risk of snow. You've got cold air. I'll draw it on a graph actually. This might look really good. So you've got the cold air coming down from the north, and then you've got the milder air pulling up from the south with this low. And at that boundary point, you can get significant snow. 10 miles difference is enough to cause massive discrepancies between the models, which is what we've got here. Remember, the UK is a tiny island, and small changes just massively affect things. Now, I just wanted to mention before we start that thank you for the cup. There we go. Thank you, Lee, for subscribing. Hello, Tommy. Hello, everyone. Got loads of you in here, though. 52 of you in here already, and we only started like 2 minutes ago. You're all going mad. Right, so that's what this is the issue. And as you can see, as the milder air gets through, then obviously these areas in the yellow and the orange see cold rain. Actually, quite mild rain it turns into. But areas on this boundary in the green here, see this like thin green boundary, it can possibly snow, but the stars have to align. But in this case, it probably would snow. Now, as you can see from this chart here, we'll bring up the GFS precip type. Now, don't take these too literally because they will change. Obviously, there's a couple of snow showers around for Scotland and the east coast over the next few days. Saturday's a few more scattered showers. This is the low pressure arriving from the south. Actually arrives a bit early with this GFS run. And Birmingham there, 6 PM is seeing some snow. Now, areas in the south will turn back to rain on the back edge as the milder air encroaches from the south. Some areas in the Midlands, northwards, could see some significant snow with this, which is why the title is what it is. But there you go. Like, for example, Leeds is going to see quite a bit of snow if this GFS is correct. Slight differences can make a huge difference at the surface. So as you can see here, if we pull up the entry HPA charts at 6 a.m, the GFS has the warm air into the Midlands and colder air for like North Yorkshire and basically Yorkshire northwards, basically there, but it is moving up rapidly and clears Leeds by about 9, and then it's up to the Northern England and Scotland. And as you can see, it's producing a significant snow event then for Scotland, which is why I think the Met will update their warnings because of this. If you look at that on 3 p.m, Glasgow, some of the big cities in Scotland and Northern England are getting pretty hit by snow in this scenario. If we have a look at the snow depths, now obviously don't do these too literally. Obviously, transiently, there could be 7 to 8 centimetres in some parts, even up to 10 centimetres in this bullseye zone. You would expect more over the Pennines as well. As you can see there, then the accumulations transfer northwards. Any of this will turn back to slush because it's just going to rain afterwards, because the dew points increase, everything increases, the temperature increases, so all the snow starts to melt rapid for, so that could lead to flooding problems, especially in this southwest area where there's already been problems such as Manchester. In this region there could be freezing rain. This could be a big issue, especially if it's falling on untreated surfaces and roads in parts. So that's something to watch out for. Now if I have a look at the chat, I hope they shift south so Midlands get the snow. Yes, Weather Elliot, I hope it does as well. Bad chat for you, Bowling. Well, maybe it depends where you are. If you're in the south, and it's not too bad. Basil hopes we get no snow. No fun allowed. No fun allowed. Good evening. How have we already got 85 of you in here? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Told you it'd be a big stream. And on the back edge, remember as well, everyone, that on the back edge, the cold air sinks back in from the north on the back edge of the low, returning the colder air, meaning that some areas of northern England and even into maybe parts of the south could see some snow on the back edge and could accumulate a little bit on the back edge, so it needs to be worked out. Now after this, there's little features and troughs that could come up at any notice. The GFS 18Z yesterday, for example, was showing a little low through Ireland, spreading into Northern England, producing quite a big snow event. Only a little low in the cold northerly, but it actually did produce some snow. So that was quite interesting. Now, you can see snow showers scattered around the country for the south there, but don't take these destinations too literally. Obviously it's all subject to change. There's a little low skirting the south there. We don't want any more drama with lows. They'll probably go, now in the UK it'll go straight through the middle and the cold will end like that. Because obviously these are subject to change. Then another low approaches and produces another snow event for the south, there, southwest, before it goes milder again. But to be honest, anything past about day 10 is iffy, to be honest. Now was I looking at that? Yeah. Hi City Andy, how you doing? Hope you're good. Liverpool gets no Leo. Possibly, actually, yes, probably will see at least some transient there, as you can see. Some transient snow for Sunday. Early hours of Sunday morning, I should say. Maybe into like the 6 a.m. point before it turns back to heavy rain. Could get some on the back edge though, as you can see there. There's some on the back edge there in the south. Like the south. No, not in the southwest. In the west. There's some in the west there. These charts, don't take them too literally. Remember, the GFS is low resolution. Now, if we have a look at the UKV, this is the UK Met Office run. I've seen some pictures as well, actually, of the snow in snow. There's like a little feature which ran from Scotland, and it ran down northwards, southwards, but it weakened, which produced a few wintry flakes in some areas. A couple of wintry flakes along the Cheshire Gap, for example, are being shown on Friday morning. So tomorrow could be a little wintry flavour to the wintry flavour. Why am I talking so funny? Wintry flavour to the weather there. Couple of showers. I'm not sure if they'll be rain or snow. Probably more rain, because the temperatures are going to lift up tomorrow with less cold air moving in. A couple more showers moving in, indicated by the UKV on Saturday into central northern Scotland, central and northern England, towards Glasgow, for example, and some parts of the Midlands, possibly. Probably not, though. Then there's this low approach from the south. Can't see any further, but as you can see, some of it's turned into snow over the high grounds of the southwest, so such as like Dartmoor, for example. There, David, I'd say anything past day 3 is iffy. When are we predicting snow? So Suits, it's always uncertain on where it's going. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct, Suit. But there is some sort of agreement between the models. There's some sort of like agreement, but there's still a couple of hours difference between some of the models at this point. Kyle, I definitely agree. Cheshire Graps next week will definitely be a feature. There definitely will be something to look out for. And a few of the GFS ensembles have been picking up on that as well. And I will say as well that the GFS 12Z, the American model 12Z runs, kept the colder air in slightly longer for central Britain than the GFS was doing, which brought the milder air back much quicker. If we have a look at the UKV and continue it then you can see that it produces rain at the first on its leading edge, then turns back to snow for, well, that's quite interesting. London there at midnight on Sunday, the UKV is the model to go for, showing some quite heavy snow actually for the London and the southeast area there. Obviously rain near a coast because it's quite marginal. On the south though, below south of the M4 does not look like it will see much snow. It's some sort of like invisible force there which prevents snow falling to the south of the M4. So if you're watching from there, then I do apologise. You will not be seeing much snow, I wouldn't imagine. Any of this snow towards like up to northern England will turn back to rain. In fact, very heavy rain, so flooding is probably the main risk. Then, as you can see, the snow risk does transfer further northwards, and by 6 a.m. it's extended just to the north of Birmingham, into the Midlands and into the North Midlands and Yorkshire, then northern England, and there's some still in Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. However, a lot of this is rain, probably exclusively to higher ground. As you can see, the difference there. The colder air is actually a bit further southwards with the UKV, so that's quite interesting. Even by 9 a.m, even I'm still seeing some snow. Let's go! It's pretty close actually. Anywhere in this blue zone here could see some snow, but obviously it's variable. But up to 9 a.m, I'm all right, and then goodbye. Then we don't have any data past then, but that's pretty interesting actually. But the risk there is Midlands northwards. But there is some quite heavy snow for the Midlands and the West Wales through Sunday early hours of Sunday morning. Could produce a couple of centimetres. If you have a look at the snow depths, so yeah, there's a couple of patchy snow depths there. Could accumulate quite widely in Wales. Probably would be some slushy accumulations across many parts of England, but they would quickly dissipate. And the risk of rain is the bigger risk really, and freezing rain because the temperatures are still going to be quite cold. Once that snow clears, could only be like 1 or 2 degrees in parts. Obviously in the south it's going to turn to like 8, 9, 10 degrees. If we have a look at the max temperatures, look at that on 9 a.m. It's freezing. It's freezing, so it's going to be very marginal. It's only the far southwest, which is 10, 11, 12 degrees south of the M4. 10, 11, 12 degrees there. You might get some with that weather early, actually. I think you probably do quite well in that situation. Some of us like to see north of the north, that's true. I don't know what the Rome run will show. We'll have a look at that when it comes out. Roll on spring. George, when they might have this showing heavy rain for Edinburgh, even at 0 to 2 degrees. To be fair, George, if I'm being honest, I would not take them weather models too literally at the moment, because I mean the weather apps too literally, because they are tossing and turning quite a bit. But yeah, freezing rain does look like a big problem with these temperatures. I will say that is quite concerning, because freezing rain is probably more dangerous. That's where you get like black ice and things like that. And I found that out the hard way one year. By 12, it's actually still quite far south compared to the other models. Even still, the risk of snow for the Pennines, for example, and maybe even a little bit to lower levels for Leeds. Leeds is quite a high city if you think about it. Leeds is Leeds, but it's all change. It's all variation, isn't it? If you look on the back edge, though, the UKV does produce quite significant snow on the back edge of the low. Oops, that is not the right chart. Never mind, it doesn't. I thought it did, but there is a couple of showers on the back edge, which are showing some snow. but that is from yesterday, so obviously all subject to change. Now the Arpege is very good. I actually quite think the Arpege is a very good model anyway. So if we skip to Saturday into Sunday, then it moves in around the same time as the UKV, so about 7-8 o'clock. That's pretty known now. It's going to move in around 7-8 o'clock. There we go. My cat hates snow. Andrew hates snow. Well, he's one of my top mods. So yeah. To be fair, it does cause a lot of chaos on the road, especially when they haven't been gritted and things. HS2 Skyview Warwickshire. Hello, welcome to the stream. How about Stratford upon Avon? Let's have a look then. So you will see some snow. Actually, 9 a.m. and it's still quite far south for the Midlands there. Wow. With that one, even Brum's still seeing a couple of flakes at 9 a.m. Much further southwards with the milder wedge of air. So there's still some variation, and even by 12, I'm still in the snow. Stratford upon Avon is around there, isn't it? So they're seeing snow until with the Arpege quite a long time and quite heavy as well. Even London's seeing a little bit 4-5 a.m. So there's still discrepancy between individual models. Now the Arpege is usually stingy with its snow, so I'm quite surprised to see so much of it happening here. As you can see, that milder air does transfer northwards, so it's much later in the day, so about 12-1 before it transfers northwards. So that is really good for snow in the south there, besides south of the M4. Northern England, Midlands and would see some significant accumulations, and parts of Wales there would see a lot as well. See, the min temps at this 6 a.m. is freezing point, and max temps are 0, so there's not really much variation between the temps expected. You can see the very mild air just to the south, across the southeast there. Look at London, it was 2 degrees, and then it turns to 11 degrees within a matter of hours. It's crazy. See that difference, though? So there is the risk of freezing rain, definitely, with this, I would say. Hi, I'm still praying for Cornwall to see something in the way of snow. Evening, cheers, I'm a believer, watching from Star. Darth Vader has arrived in the chat. It snowed last night, it was cloudy. Got 113 of you in here. Cheers all for watching. Remember to drop us a sub and a like if you're enjoying the content. Southport snow, yes, definitely. Going to see a little bit, you'd expect with that sea, with the Arpege. A couple of centimetres possible before it turns back to rain, I would expect. Keep going then, because this is quite fun actually going through them all. The UK Met Global, the wrong one, UK Met, there we go. This is the low resolution model. And if we go to that period, snow arriving around 6 o'clock. Wow, that's quite significant. Quite a lot of snow being shown on the UK Met 12Z. Transfers it very quickly northwards, though, the risk. But by 9 a.m, I'm still in the snow, and parts of the North Midlands are, into Derbyshire, Northern England. The risk is transferring further northwards, though, and there's quite a lot of rain involved with that as well. This is the biggest live stream I've ever done. This one is rubbish. I agree. Look at that. What is that? Bit of back edge snow there, but not too much significance there. But that is the UK Met, so take that as you will. But that is very, very, very quickly dissipated away for many parts. So only a couple of hours there for the Midlands there, and South Wales before it turns back to rain. The dew points then is the big factor. Never mind, we don't get to see the dew points, so I guess they're not good enough. GM will overdo it, so don't take this one too literally. Showing this for purposes. There you go, look at the GM. Very heavy snow for the Midlands there, down into the southeast towards Norwich, for example, and as far south as Northern Ireland. And as you move through, obviously that transfers northwards, but it's some very heavy snow, so would accumulate quite quickly. That clears the snow risk away by about 6 a.m. though, so very quick transition to mild conditions. But on the back edge, could be a little bit. I think the models are undoing the possibility of snow on the back edge of these systems, to be honest. Little low there, the GFS was showing that before, a little low there, producing a little snow event, see there, through central Britain, before it clears away. So there could be little features pop up. Remember, they show up at short notice, and there's some quite cold air wrapped in as well. Look how quick the GM clears that cold air away, though, before it digs it back in. So it's very strange, this pattern. It's very strange how quick it brings it back. Big JJ, thank you, mods, for taking care of that. I could receive certain in Birmingham on Saturday. Saturday, definitely, yes, Party Pooper. Great name, by the way. Yeah. I think they're overdoing how... Yeah, I agree. I think they are overdoing how far north it goes. Could this drop south when the day comes, Dav? I think it will be very heavily nowcast situation. Definitely. So it's definitely something to watch out for at all times, really. 129 of you in here, Jesus. If anyone's not seen the cup, then here you go. It says, warning, may start talking about the weather. So basically, the Midlands northwards are looking pretty strong for some snow with these models, at the very least, anyway. UK temps, the temps are freezing. I just want to show you overnight. Tonight, -4, apart from away from the big cities and in the country, -4 degrees being shown up here. That's pretty crazy. Temps, and look at that for tomorrow night into Saturday, -3 quite widely. I would say that the GM is massively overdoing it. So take that as you will. Think you need one of them mugs? I got bought it, to be fair. Hi Laura, how you doing? Yeah, I mentioned Southport. I'm a believer. It's looking pretty good, actually. I'll bring it up on a much clearer chart because it's a little bit hard to see. If we have a look, Southport, there we go. I've been to Southport before. So if we have a look at the snow totals, don't use WX charts that often, actually. There you go, couple of centimetres there. It's quite a big accumulation for where I am. 10 to 15 centimetres in that bullseye zone. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Cheers for subscribing, Laura. Much appreciated. Evening, keep forgetting the... Don't worry, James, you're alright. Currently -0.5 degree in York. Currently -0.4 here in Barnsley. Cornwall has its own strange microclimate and lots of weather can never predict snow for us in Cornwall. I agree with nowcasting, exactly. But you never know, they're sometimes alright. Look at that risk transferring further northwards. The Pennines going to do very well for snow, I'd expect here. For Southport, it's actually showing, whoever requested it, I'm a believer, I think it was. It says 5 centimetres transiently, about 3 AM in the morning. Still by the morning, it's about 2 centimetres. So you would still see it when you wake up, if you wake up that early, that is. But that's pretty good. It says 8 metres above sea level. It must be quite close to sea level, so that might be a little bit nip and tuck. But you'd probably be alright with that, to be honest. For a Lisa time, now, do we have the ECM? Should we see what the ECM is doing? Because I can see a little bit of it. Let's see then. Is the ECM going to be the Grinch? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, London snow looks quite likely there. -1.9 here in Staffordshire. Yeah, it's going to be very harsh frost. Very harsh frost there. -4.3. You must live on a hill. Do you live near Buxton or something, Laura? Yeah, they see quite big harsh frost there. The ECM is very far northwards by 12. Compare it to the previous run. It's it's not terrible, but it is northwards. It's not great. The ECM then, let's have a look for the latest. Actually shows snow for Birmingham around 9 AM there. I mean 9 PM. Something for me as well. Carrying on for quite a while actually, to about 7 AM there. Quite significant accumulations in the Midlands, Northwest Midlands, where Burton-on-Trent was it, where Weather Elliott is based. Looks quite good there as well. Quite a decent covering maybe before it turns back to rain. There's actually not that much rain showing up on the back edge of the ECM, really, is there? There is some, and some probably quite heavy, and freezing rain is the big issue. Before that, the snow does transfer further southwards again on the back edge of the low, even Sunday night. Look at that, the same day. It could be snowing again. Look at that. Into parts of the southwest there, apparently. Over the high ground, obviously. But then, as you see, look at the amount of snow showers packing in from the north and the northwest there. Could be a few surprises through next week. Then another low tries to break in from the south, but it doesn't quite get very far. Probably trying to bring milder air in, but fails to succeed. There. Just be a little front there, trying to encroach, but it doesn't quite. So that's quite interesting, actually. Very interesting. When do you think we'll have high to moderate confidence? I think we've got relatively decent confidence at the moment, but it's very variable. It's very variable. The snow will go to Scotland, Hazel, at some point, of course, through later in the day. Does it make it up as far as me with the low pressure? Does it not? No, it should do. That's right. Why is this low going north? Basically, we can blame it on the climate. That is the true reason why. You used to get, I think I watched Gab's video earlier, and he was talking about like the risk of channel lows has reduced massively. Now with these low pressure systems, the climate is changing the jet stream. Blame America. Blame America if you like snow. The jet stream is basically, jet stream everyone knows is like the driver of these low pressure systems, which is bringing in these systems from like the west and stuff. Now, obviously, you can see here, I'll show you very briefly, that the jet stream is quite northwards. It wasn't before, but it is actually quite far northwards, keeping this high pressure towards France. Now, because of all the energy within the jet stream from America and all the low pressure systems that have been going on over there, they're being carried along the Atlantic, through the North Atlantic, straight into the UK, basically. And the jet stream doesn't sink southwards until afterwards, when this low decides to dive it southwards, basically. But basically, it's more likely to go northwards because of the climate, and that is the only reason, really, that I can think of that it does this. Now, a lot of the time with these lows, as many of you will know, this low sort of here would go straight into France or Spain and produce a massive snow event there. But in this case, it goes straight into the middle of the country and produces like a dartboard. So strong winds are a definite possibility with this. Well, that's the main reason why, all I can think of. I hope to build a mountain range across all the west of UK. How much snow could Hull get? Could be quite a bit, to be fair, at the start of it. We'll use the GFS, even though it's the worst for snow depths. We'll have a look. If we have a look there, so I'd say you're about there. So let's have a look. Yeah, a couple of centimetres, not too many actually. It looks better for me, and even the Midlands, the Northwest Midlands, there looks really good. A couple of centimetres, quite a few centimetres there, 10 to 12 centimetres there. Looking pretty good there, if I'm not going to lie. Cheers, the best editing channel, for subscribing. Sorry I missed that. A very questionable name has joined the chat. Go south, yeah, because it feels like it. I agree. Never get any snow here in Cornwall. Didn't you get any Gaza in before, when there was that snow event, or did it miss you or something? You're quite low down. There's a chance the models flip back to the low going south. Future vibes, I would say it's quite unlikely. I will say that is quite fair, really. I would say that it probably will not change much besides a couple of miles. Obviously, a couple of miles is massive for some people. When's your birthday? Not for a while. Well, I'll say not for a while. Give it a few months, you know. You might get some London snow, Nico, actually. What happened to my voice? Send Steffi Adcock, send it to whatever channel. You're absolutely right regarding the climate, and the further you take the doses, the more you will see both the mechanisms and their effects. That's a really nice comment, thanks very much. Yeah, obviously as some people might know, I do kind of want to do something related with geography and like climate and the world around us and things like that. Really interests me, so yeah, see what we're doing now. Obviously this channel will still keep going. I'm not ending this channel. But yeah, it's really interesting to me. I've always been interested in it, really. Lots of really nice comments in here. We had a few trolls on here yesterday and a few bananas, but it looks like the mods have took them all away. So there we go. Cheers for that, Mr. Mods. It's ironic, it'll always go to where Hazel is and she hates snow, and the people who love snow end up with rain. Exactly! I'll end up with stupid rain, and Hazel will end up with an absolute mountain outside of a house. Oh yes, the Lord does make it up for me then, lol. Steph, you say solar activity because solar maximum. That is actually the reason, Chris, to be fair. That is literally the reason. I think it is because it is like at solar maximum. Is? How many times can I say is in a sentence? Jesus. I feel like a broken record today. 132 of you in the chat. How is the budgie? I mean, I would show you, but my camera will blur. But he's doing pretty well, actually. He's been on a little holiday. He enjoyed it. I can tell you that. He's been chipping away. He's a bit quiet. I think he might be sleeping. I think he's literally sleeping right now, which is quite funny. Just a slime. Okay, VDV. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But I mean, if that did happen, then I hope you're well and I hope you're fine. But yes, all right. Cheers, mods. Cheers, Danny, for sorting that out. What? All right, you're gone. I have no idea what you're talking about, Eddie. You had your chance yesterday, and yeah, you've messed it up again. I've no idea what you're talking about, and we don't need it. Thank you. I think everyone will get snow. Pretty much most areas will. That's why, if you look on the Met Office website, provision of the 4th warmest year on record for the UK, by the way, hasn't felt like that, has it? Ever. It's literally not felt like that at any point. If we have a look on the Met Office warnings, they have this blanket yellow warning, meaning that anywhere could see it in this region. There we go. So obviously heavy snow and some freezing rain in places may cause some disruption over the weekend. Small chance of power cuts and all that stuff. Outbreaks of rain spreading aggressively north way eastwards later on Saturday and overnight to Sunday will likely be preceded by a spell of snow on its northern flank. Some uncertainty still, but it's like 10 to 20 miles. Obviously makes a massive difference to some people, especially in this chat that wants snow in the Midlands, and the longevity of how long it lasts. But as you can see here, 5 centimetres or more could accumulate fairly widely in this area for the Wales, the Midlands and Northern England in particular. Excuse me, I've run out of my tea. And then obviously potentially 30 to 40 centimetres over the Pennines, and it's going to be quite strong winds, so there might be some drifting and blizzards. Yellow is the best colour. Do you think Southerners are obsessed with snow? They're not too bad. They're not too bad. I have no idea. How many hours of snow will Hull get, please? Probably a few. I'd say 4 or 5 hours probably of snow there. Said about Edinburgh, the fun channel, you definitely will see some snow on especially later on through the day, because you're going to be in the cold air. So I would say between about 12 and 3, definitely, and maybe between 9 and 3 or something like that. 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. you could see some snow up there. We are more or less at solar maximum, so there are a lot of unstable sunspots. When they tangle, they emit energy as a flare and sometimes kick off particles. Yeah, that's very true. Remember that the overnight temperatures can push CT up. Hi, so I've been cooking dinner and energy on background. No problem, Tommy. Seen you on the Weather Elliot's channel before, and I see it. Have you got snow in Leeming Bar, North Yorkshire? Quite close to me, actually. It's not that far away. Yes, you definitely have. Hoping for 6 foot Sunday morning, says Weather Elliot. But yes, Tommy, you definitely have. Probably got some snow. Definitely, I would say between at least mid Sunday morning, so like midnight on Sunday morning. What am I saying? Yeah, midnight on Sunday. Between midnight and Sunday and about 6, 7, 8 a.m. Not going to give you exact details because I actually have no idea. I have no idea what you said in the chat, but I kind of missed it. Looking forward to that, and you should look forward to that. How long could it go on in Redditch? Future Vibes? I would say a few hours. At least a few hours anyway, a couple of hours. Early hours of the morning, and you might still see a few accumulations in the morning. Lee wants yellow snow, says Rachel. Probably. Oh my word. Alright, I remember... Got 124 of you. I'm sure some of you aren't subscribed. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the content. There's going to be plenty more of it, and when the snow goes, I'm not ending the channel. There is plenty of content to come up. So I hope you're all ready for it, because it's this channel's going to take a much better direction. When they're talking about snow, didn't know you are from Barnsley. Oh, thank you very much. I mean, it's actually South Yorkshire, but thank you very much, Hazel, for that. Much appreciated. What's Hempstead looking like? Now, that's southwards, right? You know what? WX charts, please help me out. I actually don't know really where that is. But I know it's down. It's south. I know it's south. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. It's near Luton. All right. I'm on the wrong model there. Ignore that. That's talking rubbish. What have I done? What have I done? Europe, England, Wales, and Ireland. And then snow depth. There we go. And my charts aren't loading. What is going on? There we go. Right. Saturday into Sunday, a couple of centimetres before it goes away further north. A couple of centimetres though through early hours of Sunday. I bet a lot of you will still be awake in early hours waiting for the snow to fall. You'll be looking out your window over and over again, waiting for the snow to fall. What? Okay, no idea. Not loaded because they're that bad. Yeah, I agree. Really, I agree. Have you ever been to Brumsend? It's a long time ago. I went to the Cadbury's World. I think it's near Bromsgrove or something. Cheers, Justine. Yeah, I have been though. I would have thought Buxton would be badly hit for snow. James, it definitely will. It's high ground. It definitely will be hit bad for snow there, I'm telling you now. The last snow day I was up until 6 a.m. waiting for it. Snowed for 2 seconds and rained. My girlfriend was screaming because I woke her up. That's quite funny, actually. Lesser snow, Dav, you're probably pretty certain to get some there. A couple of hours anyway, through early hours. Sort of like me, but slightly further southwards. We're a couple of centimetres falling, as the GFS shows here. The last time I saw snow was the 19th of November. Jeez, you've had to wait a while. I'm close to Buxton, but not as high up. Yeah, Buxton is one of the most elevated towns I can think of in Derbyshire and around sort of here. But yeah. Never been to Cadbury World. Yeah, it's pretty good from what I remember. It was like 10 years ago. So yeah. Future Vibes, I remember when in November it wasn't meant to snow anywhere near south. When it did with these kinds of floods, it might happen again. Yeah, it might. I have amazing memory. Alright. Right, should we have a look in the long range a little bit? I've boppled on too much about snow at the moment, haven't I? But yes, what I want to say as well is the phone apps and like, you know, the Met Office app, BBC, Weather Channel, AccuWeather, all of them will be chopping and changing a lot over the few days because they're still not certain. All we do need to know is that after the low clears to our east, it does remain cold with most of these runs anyway. Not as cold as they were showing a few days ago, but as that low clears east, it pulls back in a cold northerly wind with colder air sinking back southwards. So probably obviously snow is probably more possible more widely as it clears away. As you can see, there's little lows breaking apart and going just to our south. Which may produce another snow event on the 9th of... I am not watching that when that happens. And it keeps it cold till about the 10th, and a ridge builds before high pressure builds out to our west under a cold ridge there. But high pressure, the warm air is going into Ireland and Scotland, but in the south east probably still quite cold. Tries to build a Scandinavian high in the longer term, and does successfully to some degree, but there isn't actually that much cold air there. So... there's actually a little low at the very end of the run, which is producing a snow event. Well, a little bit of wintry showers in the south there, but nothing too significant. It looks quite dry and cold with the GFS 12s. They're not well supported by the ensembles, I will say, which is all of the runs together. How's the ECM looking? It's not out fully yet, but we'll have a look. There's that low. It's much further southwards with the ECM. And there's a ridge building by 168 hours. Around the 10th of Jan is when the cold spell will probably end. The block is weakened with the ECM. Excuse me. By this point, so low pressure is probably just going to rattle in from off the Atlantic there. And end it pretty quickly. Hopefully I have a stream, just don't want to cross over with this stream. Yeah, if I mix a big snow event, it snows in summer at Buxton. I know it does actually. I think it has actually before, probably. 1974 is the only event I can think of. But springs to mind. Now, I have got a couple more things I want to show. So I have the Icon model, which is out now. This is the one which has been doing really well for snow. So Please, everyone, be good. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Let me have a look then. So, if we go to Saturday there, then it's already producing snow quite widely for the Midlands, southwestern, western parts of Wales, Republic of Ireland, and parts of central Britain. 3 a.m, quite widely, lots of snow, even down to the London area, which is probably in the rain there. Anyway, south of the M4 has seen their snow. Not much of it either. But the many parts of the Midlands, I don't know, Cotswolds, places northwards, the Midlands, extending into northern Britain, are seeing some heavy snowfall. By 6 a.m, the risk is transferring slowly northwards, but that is actually looking a little bit better than some of the other runs. By 7, though, it's extended north of Birmingham. So I'd be in that until about 9 a.m. there, before it turns back to rain. On the back edge, not showing much snow at all, to be honest, but there are a few wintry showers in the north and the west. The snow depths of that one then, out of interest, are like this. So if we have a look, 10 to 12 centimetres quite widely for central parts of England. Actually underdoing the snow depths by a lot on this one compared to previous runs. I would have said, but I guess not. 18 centimetres being shown there. Wow, what? So on the 6 a.m. icon, it's still hanging south. So even to where I am, it's still snowing, apparently, for quite a while. And on the back edge as well. So the icon 6Z and the icon 12Z are massively different. It looks like the icons come back into line with the other models, though. More similar to them anyway. But there you go. Mid-February cold then, possibly. Is he doing a snow watch tonight? Yeah, you'll have to watch that as well. The Budgie's awake, yeah. So your Budgie called? Well, I call him Pigeon, but her actual name is Doris, yes. But there you go. There we go. I have no idea what some of these messages are. Every day's a green day. It's been an on-off winter so far. Yeah, it has been, really. Love to see the Budgie. I'd love to show you the Budgie, but he is sleeping. I don't disturb him, and I'm trying to be a little bit quieter than normal. It's not really working, is it? But my camera will blur if I show it. But to be fair, I think that we've shown mostly everything. I mean, there's not really much else to show. It starts to save me from having to leave the house. That's crazy. How you doing? Had a few spammers in here again. I'm really not sure why, but I do just want to give a big shout out to my mods for sorting them out. Much appreciated to you all. Well, a small mod team, but they're a great mod team. So that's all good. Paul, you need to do some light post watching for snow tomorrow night. Yeah, you do. What's that noise? No idea. But yeah. few weird channels popped up today. I'm not really sure why. Like this one called Send It Weather Wrong. I mean, I'm not really sure what you're trying to do, pal. But you're just weird, to be honest. Like, I have no idea. Huge stream, yeah, Elliot. It was a huge stream. I think I've been on the Magic Water. Gav probably has as well. But yeah. Can I expect to see a few centimetres in Cov in the morning? In the morning? Oh, Finn. Saturday into Sunday morning, yeah, probably. If you have a look at this, a few centimetres are definitely possible. With this one, Finn, I would say till about 6 a.m, most likely. Maybe a bit earlier, but there we go. If you are new around here, then please do subscribe to my channel. We're ending with 100 viewers. Much appreciated. And yeah, I think I've exhausted everything I can talk about. But yeah, do subscribe to my channel. Leave a like on all my content. And if you do enjoy it, then please do consider liking the stream. If anyone else got anything else that they want me to show, then I will do. Otherwise, we'll end the stream because I don't want to waffle on too much. Good luck everyone on the snow. If you didn't, well, if you went on the stream yesterday, then have a happy new year. Obviously a bit late, 2nd of January, but if you went on the stream, then happy new year. We're going to wrap things up here though, and we'll see you all in the next stream or video.